Hello everyone, and welcome back to Watermelon Movies. One of the most recent adaptations of comic book series that is very cool and well received by fans is The Umbrella Academy. While you enjoyed the first couple of seasons that came on Netflix, we are all eager to know what Season 3 is hiding for us, and wondering if there will be more time travel, comics-based storyline, or another awesome bomb set for the third season. Here we gather for you the best theories and predictions for Season 3 of the Crazy Sibling series, and obviously, this is a spoiler alert. Before we start, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to be notified every time we post a video, hit the bell and you have some of the very best movie content drop straight to your phone. First things first, let's have a quick recap of what happened in Season 2. So after number 5 teleported himself and his siblings to the past in order to have a second chance saving the world, we see him mess up a little in the process as he sends them in different years and months in the 1960s. The only thing they shared going through this was the place they dropped in, Dallas, which is the title of the second book of the comics. We see them dealing with this new place and time they find themselves in. To start a new life, later we discover though 5, who was the last to arrive. Klaus was the first to arrive and later started a cult. Then came Allison a year later to meet her husband and be an activist in the racism fighting movement her husband was a part of. A year later, Luther landed and started his career as an underground boxer. Finally came Diego, Vanya, and 5 in September, October, and November 1963 respectively. 5 then started to find his siblings, and in this process we find out that Handler is still alive, adopting a daughter called Lila, who turned out to be one of the super-powered babies who was born on the same day as the 7 siblings. Eventually, the siblings reunite. Ben sacrifices himself to save Vanya and the world, and they manage to come back to the original timeline, only to find out that's not their timeline anymore, as Reginald confirms that the Umbrella Academy doesn't exist anymore in this timeline and is now replaced by the Spiral Academy led by Ben. Well, another version of him obviously, and that kills the happy ending we were looking for. We all know that this end was mainly a result of the encounter of the Umbrella Academy and their father, Reginald Hargreaves. So, it's highly possible that after he saw how his plans turned out to be, aka the 7 siblings, he decided not to adopt them except for Ben, as he never met him in that disastrous dinner they had. So, will the Spiral Academy be the center of the next season? The Spiral Academy is the main storyline of the 4th book of the comics discussing the alternate versions of the Academy. However, by choosing Dallas as the center for Season 2, the 3rd book of the comics, called Hotel Oblivion, remains untouched. So we would predict that the next series story will be mixed between these 2 books. This may only leave our heroes trapped in numerous conflicts, starting with Hotel Oblivion's interdimensional prisoners on the loose together with the other academy, which may have an evil agenda or serve a villainous purpose, not to mention being an obvious contradiction of the Umbrella Academy's existence. Don't get too lost. I know we said the Spiral Academy would have an evil agenda, but why? That moves us to the second theory, which is the absence of Grace and Pogo. Back to Season 2. We saw Grace leaving Reginald after finding out his association with the JFK assassination. From what is clear to everyone, it's safe to say that Grace was a good person and perhaps the moral compass Reginald had. He loved her and was so attached to her that he made a clone of her to be the mother of his children. But with her absence, it's very much likely that Reginald would lose the kind of touch Grace impacted on the children while raising them, which would eventually lead to an evil father with evil kids. We would be also delighted to know more about Ben's death, and by that, I mean his original death. It's clear that he died in an accident, but how? Where? Is it Reginald's fault? We did have the chance to see his funeral in a flashback scene in Season 2. I loved how they discussed his relationship with Klaus this season. However, it's now more important than ever to know how he died, especially if he's alive in the next timeline. Last but not least, we expect Harlan's return in an older version. Although Vanya did absorb her powers back from Harlan's body, we see him heading to California with his mother, and we could see him levitate a sparrow. Yes, a sparrow. This could be a clear signal that he would be directly involved with the Spiral Academy, or at least have something to do with them. Harlan is definitely a character we would like to see again, especially with the development the character would have in the future. Those are our theories about the series. We would like to hear yours. Make sure to share your thoughts, predictions, theories down in the comments. Also, don't forget to tell us about the topics you would like us to cover in the future. Subscribe and hit the bell for more and more awesome videos. Stay safe, everyone.